Shaw Industries is offering Stoneco a deal, Harvey announced as soon as Ava and Aiden arrived downstairs and joined the rest of the family at the breakfast table. Cyrus Shaw has agreed to give us the investment money for Ava's new business venture, but only on one condition, Harvey continued, pausing for dramatic effect. He wants Ava to manage the whole thing. That's why her presence at the meeting this morning is necessary. Ava's eyes lit up. That's such great news, Grandpa. Did you hear that, Mom? Ava looks even more beautiful when she's smiling like this, Aiden thought. If only she knew that I was the one making this deal happen. This is a great opportunity, Sandra exclaimed. You should close the deal quickly before Mr. Shaw changes his mind. Don't worry, he won't, Aiden reassured them, folding his arms over his chest. As if in slow motion, the entire Stone family all turned their heads and glared at him. And how would you know anything about that? Sandra snapped. Aiden shrugged. I work for Cyrus now. I know he wouldn't have agreed to the deal if he didn't think it was a good business decision. Enough of this pointless chit-chat, Harvey interrupted. We need to leave in a few minutes if we're going to make it to the meeting on time. Finish your breakfast, Ava, and meet me outside in the car. Yes, Grandfather, Ava replied, throwing Aiden a dirty look. After Ava and Harvey left for the meeting with Cyrus, Aiden finished his breakfast and got up to go to work. On his way to the front door, he passed a few of the Stone family's maids huddled together. They didn't look at him directly, but he could hear them gossiping about him. Look at that expensive suit he's wearing. I bet his wife bought it for him. How embarrassing, he heard them giggle. I bet we make more money than he does. Aiden felt anger surging through his veins. His hands balled into fists. If those maids knew who I really was, they wouldn't be laughing at me. I'm sick and tired of putting up with this constant humiliation. I should teach them a lesson. He turned around to face them. Then he shook his head and took a deep breath. Get a grip on yourself, Aiden. It's better for you if they don't know that you're the tiger. But when you do come out of hiding, it'll be worth the wait to see the look on their faces. Good morning, ladies. Have a nice day, was all Aiden said. Then he turned on his heel and walked out the door. When Aiden arrived at SafeTech that morning, his phone pinged with a message from Lara. Good morning, Aiden. I'm sending one of my men to pick you up at 1 o'clock. See you soon. Aiden chuckled to himself, then quickly texted back. Okay, see you then. Aiden pocketed his phone and went into focus mode, spending the next 3 hours at his desk reviewing important business documents. His upcoming meeting with Lara loomed large in the back of his mind. At noon, Aiden took a break and walked outside to grab lunch. He stepped into a nearby sandwich shop that offered only counter service. I'll just grab a quick bite. By the time I finish eating, it'll be time to meet Lara. As he was waiting in line for his turn at the register, he heard a woman's familiar voice behind him. You really are moving up in the world, aren't you, Aiden? I remember back in high school when you couldn't afford to eat anything but soda crackers for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Aiden turned around slowly and saw his old classmate Kiki standing behind him with a huge smirk on her face. The customers standing next to her in line giggled. Aiden sighed. Hello, Kiki. Nice to see you. Have a nice day. He turned back toward the counter, hoping Kiki would take the hint and leave him alone. But her failure to get a reaction from him only seemed to make her try harder. What are you doing here? She asked, pushing her way to the front of the line to stand next to him. Are you delivering orders for this restaurant? I work near here, in an office building, Aiden corrected. Kiki looked surprised, even though Aiden already told her that the last time they ran into each other. Oh, who are you here with? No one. I'm here alone, Aiden replied. Don't worry, I'll eat with you. She invited herself to join him, as if she were doing him a favor. Aiden shook his head. That's really not necessary. I insist, Kiki interrupted. We're old friends, after all. After they placed their orders, Kiki followed Aiden to his table and sat down across from him, studying him closely. So, you said you work near here? Aiden nodded and took a bite of his sandwich. What is it that you do again? She continued. I'm just an office worker, Aiden replied nonchalantly with a wave of his hand. No big deal. Kiki arched an eyebrow. If you have such an unimportant job, how did you afford to take us all out the other night? That meal was super expensive. Aiden didn't answer. He took another bite of his sandwich, and when he finished chewing, he looked up at her calmly. What about you? What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be on a world tour or something? Kiki blushed. I'm taking a break from traveling. Did you run out of money or something? Aiden teased. Even if I did, I'd still be better off than you, Kiki snarled. Aiden popped a potato chip into his mouth and crunched it loudly. I hope you weren't making that whole trip up just to impress everyone the other night. Kiki's eyes flashed with anger. How dare you say that? I can't believe you're insulting me like this after I offered to eat lunch with you. I was only being nice because I felt sorry for you. But now, I can see why no one likes you. Aiden looked at his imaginary watch. I'm actually in a hurry because I'm meeting someone right after lunch, so don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Kiki was shaking with rage as she stood up from the table. This attitude will cost you dearly, Aiden. Very dearly. She picked up her tray and moved to a table on the opposite side of the restaurant to eat. Almost as soon as she was gone, Aiden's phone pinged with another message from Lara. My driver has arrived to pick you up. Meet him outside. Is it 1 o'clock already? Aiden wondered, looking out the window of the restaurant. He could see an expensive black luxury car parked in front of his building. He scarfed down the rest of his sandwich, then hurried out of the sandwich shop. When the driver of the car saw Aiden approaching, he immediately opened the door. Hello, Mr. Gibson. Laura's looking forward to your visit. Please, climb in. As soon as Aiden was situated in the back seat, his eyes fell on Kiki's face, staring at him open-mouthed from the window of the sandwich shop. Aiden groaned as the car pulled away. Great. Just what I need. With gossips like Kiki around, it's not going to be easy keeping my identity a secret. As soon as the driver pulled into the gated driveway of Lara's mansion, it became clear to Aiden how rich she was. The sprawling lawns and gardens made her estate feel like a tropical paradise. At the center of it all stood a stately villa. The driver pulled around the circular driveway and parked in front of the main entrance. I can't believe Lara lives like this. But if she's this rich, that means I'm even richer, Aiden thought. Ready to go inside, Mr. Gibson? The driver asked as he held open the car door. Aiden nodded, and the driver led him inside. They entered an enormous room with high ceilings. Aiden looked around in amazement at the chandeliers, the carpets, the paintings hanging on the walls, the craftsmanship on the pillars. Everything here is exquisite, Aiden thought. Just like Lara. A door at the back of the room opened, and 3 women came out of it. They walked up to Aiden and smiled at him. Welcome, Mr. Gibson. Come with us, said one of the women. Aiden left the driver behind and followed them. After they had been walking for some time, one of the women opened a door and signaled Aiden to go inside. As soon as he walked in, his eyes met Lara's. She was leaning back on the velvet sofa, wearing a red dress with a high slit that exposed her bare legs. Leave us, she commanded. The 3 women scurried out of the room, shutting the door behind them. When they were alone, Lara stood up from the couch and picked up 2 glasses of wine from the table. She offered one to Aiden. It's not polite to keep me waiting so long. As she moved in closer to Aiden, he felt the heat rising off of her and caught the scent of her intoxicating perfume. What have I gotten myself into? Aiden wondered, sweat forming on his brow. Lara's charms are going to be impossible to resist. Will Aiden be able to resist Lara now that they are alone together? Who will Kiki tell what Aiden was doing at the restaurant? And what will happen when Ava goes to meet Cyrus?
Wait, that's not the end. You've just had a free taste. Now get the full story on the Pocket FM app, link in description. Check out our next video and playlist, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.